Hello dear traders, welcome to another video. My name is Angelo, as you can see on your screens. I am the presenter and host of the English webinars that we have here at IQOption, and I'm welcoming everyone here who is watching live. I see there's quite a few participants already on the chat. I was taking a sneak peek before and I saw some people from Sri Lanka, from New Zealand. I saw Shaq. Wow, New Zealand. It must be around 11 o'clock at night now in New Zealand, if I'm not mistaken. So thank you for staying up so late to watch this video, Shaq. I hope you enjoy it. It is a video on a subject which is a very dear one to my heart, a very, very, very important subject for today's webinar we're going to do, which is money management or risk management. Something crucial and very, very, very important for trading, especially if you have plans of being successful with trading. You need to have always a plan of when you're going to start your trading, of course, but most importantly, when you're going to end your trading. Profits is what we're looking for, so profits should be the target. We're going to get into that a bit more in a few minutes. Let's say hello to the live chat. I see Alexander already. Hi, Alexander. Welcome to another webinar. I think you haven't missed any of my webinars so far. So soon you should be maybe hosting your own webinars if you find these useful. Raj from India. Welcome, Raj. Come on, guys. Where is the rest of us from? Death Snake. Wow, that's one of the coolest names I've seen on the chat so far. And here we go. Here's more favor. Like says hi back. I see my moderators are acknowledging Alexander as well. That's great. Malaysia in the house. Nice. Excellent, guys. All right, well, keep on sending on the chat your comments. If there's anything you don't understand, you want me to go over again, definitely let us know in the chat. We have moderators here, as you can see, that are here to help as well, and they will be answering questions if I'm speaking a bit too fast or I'm missing something. There's my African traders as well, Kenya and Nigeria, favor and wisdom. Sounds like a rap song. That's awesome. Cool, guys. Namibia as well. I'm acknowledging Africa because I used to work with lots of African traders before. Welcome, everybody. And I see India as well. Lots of Indian traders. We've got good news for you guys. We got coming up very, very soon. On the 17th of August, we're having our first Hindi webinar. So if you are subscribed to our channel and you have the notification bell activated, you will be notified about those webinars coming up. If you're not, then it's very, very easy, very, very simple. Just like, subscribe the video, and by subscribing, click the notification bell, and you will be getting notifications for future webinars. In Hindi, we have one on the 17th, as I mentioned. We have Arabic webinars coming up very, very soon on the 6th and on the 8th of August. Then we have myself. I'll be back on the 24th for another webinar on, I believe it's a strategy, that one we're doing next. And then, of course, we have Indonesian and Thai webinars on the 26th and on the 30th of August, those ones. So if you do speak one of these languages mentioned and you want to watch these videos, definitely do that. They are going to be broadcasted live. So I hope you enjoy them when we will send them out. And of course, you can watch all the ones we've done already on our strategies, on indicators, and lots more. There will be polls. Last thing I say before I go to the presentation, we are going to be having polls throughout the webinar so you can answer your feedback about how much experience you have, what indicators you like using, and what was the other one? Experience indicators, and what you want to see next. Strategies, indicators, market news, whatever you guys want, let us know so we can prepare the webinars that you guys want to see. And the best way to do that is on the chat here on the live. And I'm not going to spoil any surprises. We have something else coming up really soon. So let's start with the presentation. There's a very nice photo of myself there that a professional photographer made about a couple of months ago. So that is pretty accurate compared to the photo I had before, which was done 4 years ago. So that's kind of what I look like when I'm like, nah, not really. I'm posing there. When I'm not posing, I look different. Cool, guys, let's go. Risk management, the plan now for the risk management. Money management in binary options is what we're going to be looking at today. What we're going to be looking for and explaining. Invest systematically, not randomly. This is really, really, really important. Not to trade randomly. Have a plan, what your planning is for the day, what the plan is for the session, what the plan is for the long run. The more planning you do to something, the better results come. Not only for trading, but for everything in life. A plan always helps. Might not always work, but it will definitely protect you by just running randomly into a situation where you might not be happy. So plan ahead. Emotions, instincts, avoid it. Okay, that says everything right there. Trading with emotions is not good. If I have a year or 2 years experience trading, I might feel that that's enough for me to say I have an instinct for the market. Not really. The market is not controlled by anyone. It's like a flock of birds. Sometimes if you look up in the evening sky and you see a flock of birds flying, all of a sudden it looks like they're dancing. One heads off in one direction, all the other birds follow. It's not like that is the leading bird, but it is just a flock movement. Same thing happens with the market. Market is not controlled by one or two individuals, but it's kind of like a flock movement. At certain points, market might be becoming very, very volatile, market might be a bit indecisive, and then all of a sudden markets shift in a certain direction, a trend forms, and market goes in that trend. But until you see that trend, it's a bit of guesswork. You might think it's going up, I might think it's going down, we might be both right, until the market as a community in a way, as a group, organ, all move in that direction. All right, so, what is this? What is this? I hope you guys are prepared for this. We have another giveaway today. We have a lovely giveaway where we're going to have 15 winners. If you want to be one of the winners, you'll have to continue watching my webinar. Very interesting as it is. We're going to give you something on top of it as well. So stay with me. I'm going to give you a lot more information following as we go ahead with the webinar. First thing now regarding money management is the absolute basic, and this is you place a trade and you know how much loss or gain you will have. Important, you have to know. This is the difference between binary trading, forex trading, and other forms of trading. On binary, you know what you're going to be winning. 80%, 90%, you know what is your return. If I invest $10 and it's 90% returns, that means I'm going to have a $9 profit. This I can work with. I can use this to my advantage. If you don't, you're basically missing out on an opportunity here. So it takes risk management in binary options much more simple. So yeah, it's simple. It's a lot simpler by knowing what my profits are. I can have a mathematical approach where I don't need to be a rocket scientist in math. And at the same time, you will be able to use this to your advantage. Wow, Shaq wants to withdraw 1 million and he's answering questions, I think, to others in the chat. Correct to a percentage, Shaq. 1 million is the maximum withdrawal per one withdrawal. So if you have in your account, Shaq, 5 million or 6 million, you can withdraw 6 times 1 million each one, and I'm sure you're not going to mind getting 6 million 1 million at a time. Just to verify what Shaq says there about the withdrawals being 1 million is the max. Back to the webinar. Easy calculation. Profitability 80%, investment 100, initial potential profit 180, potential loss 100. That's simple math, guys. Very, very simple. 80% means that it's $80 to the 100 you're investing. If you succeed, you get your 100 back, of course, and you get the 80 profit. If you lose your trade, you lose your investment 100. Easy and simple. Okay, the percent rule is saying exactly where everything trade is always X of your amount. Right, okay, I think that answers everything by itself there. The percentages is what we have to use to our advantage, and what you invest is X times the percentage of the account. So if I'm, for example, an aggressive trader, I can use something large. If I'm less aggressive, more passive, I can go with a smaller X amount to percentage of my balance. I'm going to get into a bit more details on the next couple of slides just to clear it up. So best strategy to limit losses. I have a percentage of capital rather than a fixed amount. You'll see here as it comes along. Cautious traders may go as low as 1%. Riskier traders may go as high as 5%. I have worked with traders and I know traders who might take even riskier trades than 5%. I don't recommend it myself. I don't take big trades myself. Normally my sweet spot is between 2 and 3%. Normally 2, sometimes 3. 1% is good as well if you have lots of time. We're going to look into the more details. So we have 2 examples here. One virtual person is called Marco, the other one is Alex. Now, Marco works with fixed amounts, Alex works with fixed percentages. They both have the same capital, $100. Now, $10 per trade is what Marco does, and then Alex goes with 10% per trade. If this was to be the most unlucky traders in the world, these two, Marco will only do 10 trades. He'll lose 10 times 10, that's 100. Marco is done, he has 0 left on his balance. Alex, on the other hand, by doing 10% trades, he'll be able to do 43 trades, all losing trades if it's ever possible, and he'll still have $1.07 remaining just by using percentage. That by itself works like magic. This is the negative side of the spin, but if you put it on a positive end, it does work nicely. If I have $100 and I win a $10 trade, and I keep on doing just $10, $10, $10, even if I get up to 1,000, I'm still doing $10 trades. That means I'm making $9 profit if it's 90% return, for example. On the other hand, if Alex here has 1,000 and he's using 10% of his trade, he's doing a $100 trade. Very aggressive, a bit too aggressive if you ask me, but at the same time, if he wins it, he's making $90 profit. So if they both have a target to make, let's say, $100 profit with their 1,000, it will take Alex around Marco will take around 12 trades successful in a row to make his goal, where Alex will hit that target after 2 trades, and he'll double his target more or less in 2 trades. Okay guys, I'm seeing lots of activity on the chat, which makes me really, really happy. My moderators are definitely keeping an eye there, so if there's any questions that I'm missing, I'm sure they are answering. And if not, I will have a Q&A part at the end as well, so you can definitely reload your questions there so I can see them again and answer them. Moving on with Marco and moving on with Alex as well. As we said before, fixed amount, $5 for Marco, fixed percentage this time, 5% for Alex. As we look above, profitability now, just to make it easy on the math, is 100%. Initial capital investment is $100. All deals in profit. So they both won 10 trades. Marco first, comparing the two, Marco does $5, $5, $5, $5, wins all of them. He has a $50 profit at the end. So 150 is his overall profit. If you look at Alex, by doing percentages, 5%, $5 the first trade, 5.25 the second, 551, and so on. Just doing a calculation, a simple calculation each time, he ends up getting $12.89 more profit. That might not sound like a lot to many of you, but imagine if this goes forward now for a couple of months. Marco sticks to $5 per trade, Alex keeps on doing 5% trade. If they get their accounts up to 10,000, let's say, something many traders would love to have an account at $10,000, Marco is still making $5 profit per trade, where Alex is making 5% per trade. He's making 50 and onward. If he gets 10,000 on his account, he's making 500 more or less profit. So makes a huge difference. And the sooner you get used to using this percentage works to work your trading, it gets much, much better. You're controlling your emotions more, you're not taking unexpected, unnecessary risk, and you feel better doing it as well. You feel better and you start to care more for your account because you started your day with 100, you're not going to lose more than a certain percentage. You tell yourself, I'm not going to lose more than 10%. If I have a good day, I'll make 20% profit. If I have a bad day, I'll not lose more than 10%. Beautiful. And you're not going to lose control if you control it nicely and you're staying on top of it. Okay, the next approach we're looking at is called reinvestment of profit. This one is slightly more aggressive than the previous one. Then the accumulated profit from each successful trade is reinvested into the next one, more or less. We'll take a look at that one right now. The accumulated profit from the successful positions are repeatedly invested. Limitations, there are limitations, of course, to everything. To implement this strategy, it is important to win the first trade. Obviously, because we're reinvesting the profit. And if you don't have a profit on the first trade, you're not really reinvesting anything. Now on the other side, potentially unlimited, the profits are unlimited if we get into a nice winning streak. If we lose any of the trades, we only lose our profit, not the investment amount. You'll see this example as we go on. We have a nice example here that shows and clarifies everything. So reinvestment of profit, profitability like before is 90%. Capital balance is $100 is what we're working with, and the initial investment is $10. Hope everyone is staying with me here and following. John is asking, what is the best indicator? Oh, loads of them are good indicators, John. It's all about preference. We have loads and loads of videos of lots of them, so definitely check out some other videos after this if you do need a good indicator or you're not working with a good indicator yet. Personally, I think RSI would be my overall best indicator, what I use with nearly everything else I work with. So for me, RSI combined with others, not on its own. Just answering John's question. Back to this. So what we're doing here The board more or less explains it as it is. So we have investment amount $10 on the first trade. We are successful with that trade. We have $9 profit, making our capital now $109. What we're going to do, we're going to take that $9 and we're going to reinvest that only. The original $10 I invested from my initial investment, my balance, my capital, I'm keeping that aside. I'm not putting that in. So I started with $100. I still have $100. I have $9 as well, 9 extra I just won from that trade, and I'm risking that $9 on the next trade. If I win that trade, I now get $8.10 profit. My overall balance will now go up to 117.10. That 17.10, the profits I've just made above, I'm carrying that to the third trade. If I win that trade, I'll take my overall balance now 132.49. I take the 32.49, move that to the next one as well, and so on and so forth. The idea is I just need to have a certain amount of winning trades in a row. If I win my trades, after 5 successful trades, as we can see here, we end up with $117.29 profits, risk the initial investment of 10. If I didn't lose that first trade and I just did 5 winning trades, I sat down, won 5 trades in a row, reinvested my profits each time, I would not have lost anything. Of course, I'm up by $117.29, very important. And then I was only risking the $10 initial. If I lose that first trade, that's when things get a bit fishy. If I lose that first trade, then I need to basically tap in again to my balance and take some more money to go again with another $10 trade. If you have, for example, let's say $30 in your account and you want to say, okay, I'm going to do something with the $30, you could take an attempt at this a few times, 3 times basically. Start with the 10. If you win the trade, you go with your $9 you made profits, or if you're having profits, let's say 8.5, 8.85, 86% profits, the profit will be accordingly. But you get my drift. Just keep on putting the money in over and over until you hit your targets. Very important what I just said there, targets. Always, always, guys, have a target. Don't start trading without knowing what your stopping point is. The same way when you're watching any kind of a sport, if it's Formula 1, my favorite sport, I know the race is going to be 77 laps, for example. Not 78, not 79, 77. Exactly on the 77th lap, the race ends. The winner is the one who crosses the line first. If you like football, if you like cricket, if you like any other sport, there is an end always. The referee blows the whistle, the game ends. We have to have an end as well, an end goal. The end goal for some traders, unfortunately, is I have no more money in my account. That is not a good goal. Our good goal should be I have $50 in my account. I'm not going to lose more than $10. So if I lose $10, I'm done. I'm keeping the 40 for next time. I'm only risking the 10. Risking the 10, saving the 40. When do I stop if I have a good day though? I have to have a target on the good day. I want to make $20 profit. What percentage is it? That's 15% profit on my account. Very good, very doable. If you have $100 on your account and your goal is to make $10,000 profit in one day, then that's a bit on the extreme. That's a bit too aggressive. I would say it's a lot too aggressive. It's way too aggressive. Percentages, 10%, 20%. We are all going to be able to trade later. We're all going to be able to trade tomorrow. So if you make 10% today, 15% tomorrow, 20% the day after, then you lose 10%, then you keep on growing the days after. Before you know it, you get your account up to the thousands, and then you're working with bigger monies, and the same thing stands. Keep on making 10%, 15%, never lose more than 10%, and it works beautifully. If you have more aggression, you can definitely try this one. You can try the reinvestment of profit and take small trades, aim to make something like this. If making $120 in 5 trades is something that you think is worthy and good and you're happy with $120 a day, definitely give this one a shot. Take a couple of shots at it. $10 for the starter trade. You can even start with smaller. You could start with $5, you could start with $3. Of course, your profits will be smaller as well. I see lots of chat going on. Guys, I hope you're helping each other, not arguing with each other, which does happen sometimes, unfortunately. And moderators are there to keep the peace as well if there is any arguing, but I'm sure you guys are doing great. You're fine. Moving along, how did that end up there? We're back. Let's see. Okay, if you lose any of the trades, you will only risk the accumulated profit, not the initial amount. As I mentioned, easy stuff, guys. moving along to a strategy that is a favorite of many ultra aggressive traders. One that is not my favorite by a mile, but I feel like I'm responsible enough to explain it to you guys so you do understand what the Martingale is, and if you are using it, make sure you're using it correctly. Okay, before we go to the Martingale, we have something else. We have a giveaway I mentioned about earlier. Here's some more information about that giveaway. And now let's see. The 15 prizes we have to give away. It's 15 winners who will receive all the prizes you're going to see now on the screen. So free entrance to the monthly tournaments. If you're not aware, we do have every month on our platform around 8 to 10 tournaments, big ones and small ones. The bigger the tournament, the bigger the prize. Prizes are always cash money, and we're going to be entering 15 lucky winners after this webinar into the biggest tournament. We have the August tournament that started 3 days ago, and it goes all the way until the end of the month. Prize of which is $30,000 for the top 30 traders to basically break down into position. So free entrances, 15 are available for the winners. Free VIP training sessions. One of our VIP account managers will be contacting the winners and setting up a training session on any subject, strategies, indicators, more money management if this is not good enough for you. And yeah, that is definitely designed to help you guys learn and improve your trading. And then the final one, we have an exclusive tournament strategy on PDF that one of our experts has worked on. So the 15 lucky winners will get all 3 of these prizes: the free tournament entrance, the free training session, and the PDF file for the tournament. And if you need to know more, there is of course more. You need to know what you have to do to be considered to take part in this. For that part, we're going to keep that to the end. So stick with me if you are interested in the giveaway. Stick with me if you're interested in Martingale. Stay with me if you hopefully want to improve your trading and get some money management on board. Martingale. It's simple words. We double the investment amount every time we lose a trade. That sounds very, very simple in writing. We just double when we lose. We're going to go over it in a bit more detail. High risk involved. A long enough losing streak could cause us to lose everything. I have seen traders lose everything on martingales. It might sound obscene from some people, but it is possible to lose 5, 6, 7, 10 trades in a row if you get aggressive, if you get work, and you do get martingale working for you. You could enjoy some really high profits. All we need is one winning trade to cover all the losses we have from the previous trades. Is the mentality behind it. So example, let's take a look at some examples. Profitability is 90% on the example. Risk is 100% of the amount we invest. So first example here we have, I did first 8 order a trade for $1. I lost it. My second trade, I'm doubling the first one, so it's a $2 trade. I lost this one too. What I'm doing after this, I'm doubling the 2 previous amounts. So 1 plus 2 is 3, double it, means 6. My third trade is $6. If I lose this one too, my fourth trade will be again the same thing. 1 plus 2 plus 6 makes 9. Double the 9, 18 will be my next trade. At the fifth trade, I won it. I did a $54 trade, which was the amount I needed to do to cover the previous ones, and I ended up with a profit of 48.60. That is with the 90% profit here we're showing, the profitability 90%. And this means that the order 6, I'm starting from scratch. I'm going all the way back down, starting from the beginning with a $1 trade. And what has just happened to my balance though, I had 4 losing trades in a row. That was 27. I doubled it. That's why I got up to the 54. And then the 48.60 profit I just made, minus the 27, which I had invested before, leaves me with $21 profit. So after losing 4 trades, winning the 5th trade on this martingale attack, I managed to get a $21 profit on this. Not bad. Example 2, same thing. On this one, we lose the first 3 trades. So I lost $1. I lost the second dollar after. So 1 and 2 is 3. Multiply by 2, you get 6, and then you go. Your third trade is a $6 trade. You lost this one too. You do the math again. 1 plus 2 plus 6, that's 9. You multiply it by 2, 18. If we win this trade, the $18 trade will give us a $16.20 profit. This one again, we're going back on the next trade. The 5th trade we're doing is back from the beginning again, back to the $1 trade. And then we just can see here. My account has grown by 720 at the end of it. I lost my 4 first trades. That was $9. 16 was the profit, minus the 9. I'm left with the 720 profit. This is not rocket science. It is easy if you do it correctly. Some traders in the past that I worked with had made some mistakes with just simply doubling it. So I do a $1 trade, I lose it. I do a $2 trade, I lose it. I do a $4 trade, I lose it. I do an $8 trade. This approach does not give you the profit if you do end up winning the trade. You have to add the losses together. That makes sense, I hope, guys? Let me see some comments here. Do not go for Martingale. Binary Trader says that. I would say I would agree with Binary Trader. From the 3 strategies we've shown here, the 3 money managements, my personal favorite is the first one, the most in control one. You're working with percentages. 1%, 2%, 3% is really, really good depending on how much time you have. If you want to be aggressive and you don't have a lot of money on your account, you can go with the second one, reinvestment of profits. And Martingale, I would say you can use it only if you're very, very desperate. You need to make some money really, really fast, and there's no other way around it. You just need to be really aggressive. And it's kind of like a one-off thing. I'm going to use it today. If I succeed, never use it again. That kind of an approach might work. But I can't tell you guys what to do. Everyone trades for their own pocket, for their own selves. So everyone is basically in charge as adults of what we do. I'm just here to offer some explanations and assistance, as is Shaq here in the chat. I see Shaq is doing a better job than I am, I hope, because he's writing lots of useful information to our traders here. And I saw quite a few times some people writing, thank you, Shaq. So that's cool, really cool. Let's sum things up now. We're coming towards the end of the presentation, and I've managed to keep it under 30 minutes, which is very impressive for myself. Be patient. I just caught that part. Money management tips, Sigma 6 rules. Keep a trading journal. This is something I tell numerous times to my traders, and I used to keep this myself as well. Keep information, track the markets, track your trading every time you're doing some trading. Have a little exercise book, or like in school books, like uni books, just write there all your information. How you found the markets. Was it volatile? Was it low volatility? What assets you traded? Did you do binary? Did you do forex? Did you do digital trading? How much did you start your trading with? How much did you end your trading with? What amount of trades you did? How many? What was the outcome? How many successful? How many unsuccessful? Note things down again. If this was a Monday, Tuesday, beginning of the week, end of the month, beginning of the month, very important stuff as well. Whether it was January or December, it's always important to write this information, because information is key. Information is gold. And this is not just any information. This is your own information, your own personal trading information. So if you had, let's say, a really, really, really good week, and you made great profits throughout the week, and you note that down, it might be, for example, this week, beginning of the month week. Maybe next week, not so good. You had 2 good days, 3 bad days. Third week, not bad. 4 good ones, 1 bad one. Then the final week of the month, you have a terrible week, a stinker of a week. You have 1 winning day and 4 losing days. There might be some correlation here. You might see after 2-3 months that you do really, really well on the first part of the month and not so well on the second part of the month. You can adjust your trading then. You can say, I'm going to go with 3% per trade on my beginning of the month trades, and then towards the end of the month, I'll dial it down. Middle of the month, I'll do 2% per trade. End of the month, I'm dialing it all the way down to 1% per trade. I'm aiming for a 10% profit. I'm not accepting more than a 5% loss. This way you'll see your account is growing very nicely in the beginning of the month, making 20% profit on the regularly, and then middle of the month you're making 15% profit. End of the month, worst case scenario, you're losing 5%. Best case, you're making 10%. But your account is steadily growing nicely. Very important. Number 2, follow the percentage rule. The size of your trade will expand or retract depending on the capital of your account. Easy and simple. If you're going with the percentages we mentioned before, when your balance is growing, if you win a trade, your account went up, so will your next trade. It will be calculated. You're doing a 2% or a 3% trade. If I had $100, I won my $3 trade. I'm gone up by, let's say, $3. I have 103 now. My next trade will be $3.25, for example. it is important to always adjust your trades accordingly. Don't do the fixed amount trade. Leave emotions at the door. I think just that sentence is alone enough. Less risk on your risk per trade, the less emotions can affect your decisions on making. Easy, simple stuff. Don't get emotional. I had a webinar a couple of weeks ago where I had a trade on the practice on the real account with you guys, and in the last second it jumped from a winning trade to a losing trade. And first thing I saw on the chat was one of the traders who might even be here wrote, "Oh my god, that triggered me." That's the thing, you can't let that trigger you. You can't get triggered. If you have $100 in your account and you're doing a $50 trade, of course, if you lose half your balance, you will be triggered. The point is, don't do that in the first place. If you have $100 in your account and you're doing a $2 trade, that shouldn't trigger you. You lost $2 from the 100. You still have 98 left. Yes, it should have been a winning trade. You got unlucky. It fell out in the last second. It happens. You have definitely won one or two trades in the past in a similar fashion, where in the last seconds it was out of the money, and in the last couple of seconds it jumped in the money. So that doesn't trigger you. Neither should this. You should stay calm. Always keep the emotions outside of the door. If you feel like you're getting a bit frustrated, you feel like you're getting a bit upset, stand up, walk away from the computer, close your laptop if your mobile phone if you're trading from the mobile phone. I'm not sponsoring smoking, but if you are a smoker, have a cigarette, step away from trading. If you drink coffee, tea, energy drinks, just do something different for a couple of minutes to distract yourself away from the trading until you get your composure back, and then you come back to your trading with a nice composed mind, back into it with the numbers, no stress, no emotions. Very important, guys. If you can learn anything from today's webinar, learn this. Leave the emotions out of trading. Do not do revenge trading. This is more or less a follow-up of the emotions. Only invest what you can afford to lose. Don't invest in more than you have. This is standard, right? If I have a 9-to-5 job and I'm making a certain amount of money, I have my expenses every month, electric bills, food. I've got a couple of cats in my house that need eating as well. That are not eating them, but you know what I mean. I need to feed the cats. So I have to have my priorities set. End of the month, if I know my priorities, I know I have a couple of $100 extra, which I can invest into trading. A couple hundred, that's 200. If I have a bad month and I lose that 200, I'm not going to take money from my cat's food or myself. I'm not going to cut the electric, not pay the electric bill, or go around asking others to borrow me money because I need to trade. I don't need to trade. I trade because I want to trade. I want to make a better life for myself, and if I am successful, I can do that. It's a way to make a better life through the profits of trading, but not a way to a worse life by going around the neighborhood or to your relatives asking them to borrow you money because you need to trade. Don't do that, guys. Don't do that. Number 5, invest in time. Always invest in time in learning about indicators, graphics, and candlestick patterns, and so many more things. Learning what we're doing right now, the guys who are here watching this live, I hope there's loads of you, and hopefully the hundreds of thousands that will watch this video later. Put time into learning what you're doing. Don't watch just one video. Don't watch one video about Bollinger Band and that's it, you know the Bollinger Band. One more video about RSI, that's it, I know the RSI. Watch the video. If you like the video, if the video from a good source, watch it 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Pause, go back, understand everything. Practice it on the practice account 1, 2, 3, 50 times on the practice account. Once you see that you have locked it in, you know exactly how to use it, then you move on to the next thing. I know how to use money management. I know how to use 2 indicators. Now it's time to learn a strategy. And you learn a strategy. You practice it. And then when you have a full arsenal, you have a full deck of cards now, you have a money management, you have strategies, you have indicators that work, then you should be on the right path. Okay, practice on demo. I'm getting ahead of myself. I just mentioned this a few times already. So practicing on the demo account, anything new you're learning, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's from your account manager of your VIP, whether it's from a friend who has maybe a little bit more experience than you. Practice it first. Don't just look at it one time and then jump to the real account and go with your real money. There will be unexpected losses. Okay, right guys, let's go to the live account. Let's go to the live accounts. Okay, what we're going to show here, first thing first, For regarding the webinar, the prize we're going to have, the giveaway, let me show you about those tournaments I mentioned. We have here, as we saw, we click on more. First thing we see here is tournaments on top. When you click on that, you can see all the tournaments we have for this month. And when you scroll down, you can see the ones we had last month and then future tournaments as well for next month. It is just the beginning now of August, so the biggest tournament we have is this one here, August tournament. And then we can see here the prize pool. It's $30,000, which will be shared by the top 30 traders. So many of the participants so far. The rebuy cost is $10, the entrance fee is $10, but for 15 of you, the lucky 15 winners of the giveaway will not be paying the entrance fee. And then number of rebuys taken already, and then the instruments you can use, binary and digital option. That's the information. Then you go to leaderboard and you can see here who is leading. Wow, these guys are not holding back. Look at my Indian traders go. Nathan here, okay, has started with $10,000. This is important. Everyone starts with $10,000 on the special purple account for the tournaments. And Nathan here has gone up to 1.5 million in 3 days. This tournament started on the first day of the month. Definitely aggressive. I would not say this is non-aggressive trading. It must be very aggressive trading for all of these guys who made it here into the top 30. But if we go down to number 30 from Thailand here, is the balance is 116,000. And if the tournament was to end right now, he would be receiving as his prize $315 profits. The winner of the tournament, if it was to end right now, would be receiving $1,700. So these profits could hopefully be one of yours on the chat here, someone watching this video live, because 15 of you are going to get an entry. And I'm going to explain more details of that just after you jump off the live here. Now, first thing first, I want to show you my favorite. I don't want to spend too much time on this practice, on this account of mine, just showing you stuff. So first thing first, let me just, not going to need that. We just can take away the indicators and graphic tools since I don't need any of this. What I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave this just in case there is a trade I can take to show you a trade as well. This is something I'm working on for a future webinar that we'll be having in September, MACD strategy. So let's see. I have my balance, right? And as I mentioned before, I'm going to place a trade at some point today. Importantly, I want to place a trade with the percentages. I'm not going to go random monies. And what do I want to see? There's a poll going on right now. Hope you guys are seeing that as well. What do you want to see next? Binary option strategy, forex strategies, market news, or indicators? Let me know, let us know what you want from that. I hope you guys are choosing wisely, and we will be delivering what you guys are asking for. So right, back to my point here, right? I have for my account here $3,160. I want to be making sure that I'm investing the correct amount, not stressing myself, not overstressing my balance. So I make a decision from the beginning when I start my day. If I'm going to have, let's say, 2 hours available for trading, in that 2-hour window, I can maybe put out around 10 to 15 trades at most. Then very importantly, I want to make sure that I'm doing the right amounts of trades, right amount of investment to these trades to reach my target. I could set a target at 15%, 20%, whatever is suitable. Let's say, for example, I'm going to go with 2%. So my account balance is 3,160. I'm using my very simple, very classic iPhone. Every smartphone nowadays has a calculator. If you are like my parents and don't have a smartphone, you can buy a $2 calculator from the bookshop, which is battery charge or solar charge, even better, and those things do the job just as well. So you enter onto your calculator your account balance, multiply it by 2% or 0.02, and it shows me that $63.20 should be my next trade if I'm doing a 2% trade. If I want to be more aggressive and go with a 3% trade, same thing. I take my balance, 3,160, multiply it by 3%, and it tells me my next trade should be $94.8. And it's simple as that, guys. If I do make a trade now and I win the trade now, my next trade will be recalculated. Currently on Euro USD, it's giving 83% profit. So if I do win this $63 trade, I'm going to get $52.29 additionally added to my balance. So I'll recalculate at that point my new account, my new balance, 3% or 2%, place the amount in on the amount here, on the amount window, right? So I'm going to put here the amount for my next trade, lock it in, get ready to play buy or sell. Don't see anything here to trade on this one. The other one, the Martingale strategy, that one was pretty simply explained. Reinvestment of profit as well. You guys, I think we did a pretty good explanation of those. So if you want, you can always go back to the video. This is going to be put on the platform, the channel very soon. So you can go back and watch this many more times. Pause, repeat a few times if you feel like you need to understand a bit more. You have a love strategy, Alexander. What are you asking? Do I have a love? Do I have a strategy I love? Is what you're asking most likely. I tried loads. My favorite way of working is with my support and resistances. I just go to my graphic tools, take a horizontal line, find, for example, like there. I can see that there is some kind of a resistance going on at this point here. I'll take a copy of it, put it further down, use that one as my base. As I can see, that's the baseline there. If I want to go a bit further down, that's the lowest point before that. Change colors, highlights. So I have my support resistances, which is my favorite thing to use always because I trust my ability to see a good support and a good resistance. Fibonacci is a really, really nice one. I love using Fibonacci if I see something in a trend. We have videos on both of these, by the way, Fibonacci and support resistances. You can definitely watch those ones. This one shows me the pullback, that the pullback here, for example, the trend started, went to here, pulled back to 28, touched, went back down again. Now I can take it down to the next level. Where was the next pullback? If this is the base here, I should see a pullback to here. Once I see a touch, I'll go for another trade down or a reverse. Right, so that's me answering which are my favorites. Fibonacci, support resistance, and I do like using the odd candlestick, for example here, the doji or some morning stars, shooting stars, a bit of everything. A bit of everything depending on the day, depending what the markets are. Some days the markets are volatile, some days the market are a bit more flat, and depends. If I do see a market that is trending, for example, like the Euro USD right now, clearly I can see it's a downtrend, so I can use my indicators more or less. The Fibonacci would be this for a trend. If it was sideways moving like it was here, for example, I would just take my support resistance, place it at that point there, take my other line at the bottom, and I'll be trading accordingly. When I see a touch on the top, place a trade to go down. When I see a touch here, place a trade up, and keep doing that until I see a breakout from one of the lines. In this case, it broke out lower and then started an uptrend. So from here, I would measure my Fibonacci's up to the peak, and then when I see it breaking down again, start a new Fibonacci on the way down. Hopefully I'd get enough winning trades in to close up my day. My moderators are telling me as well I'm taking a bit too long here and they want to see more about the giveaway. I hope you guys agree with them. Right, we're back. Mr. Host, am I in profit or loss? On the long term speaking, I might say I'm breaking even, more or less. Because I started trading for a long time ago now. First couple of years were not so great, thanks to my brother and myself being a bit of a reckless trader. But Violent Gamer wants to know about the giveaway. We're going to get to that. Time for questions and answers. We'll do Q&A at the same time with the giveaway, right? Giveaway, let me give you guys this information part since you guys can't wait. I'm breaking even, just to say I might be a little bit on the profit side now, just a little bit on the profit side when it comes to binary trading and on the binary side. Forex, a little bit behind still. Okay, so here's what you need to do to take part in the giveaway and win one of the 15 prizes. You have to like this video. So as soon as this video ends the broadcast, you have to have a like put onto it. You have to subscribe to the channel. You have to be subscribed. It would be very nice if you can ring the notification bell for yourselves as well to be notified for the future videos so you're not missing any of them. Then part 3, you need to do this part very importantly. Not here in the chat where you guys have been writing so far, but you have to write this in the comment section underneath this video as soon as it goes off the live broadcast. So you need to comment below, #win, you leave a space, and then you write your favorite indicator. If it was Angelo doing it, I would basically go #win, space, and then RSI. This is what I would put. and that would get me into the raffle. There is a YouTube auto picker or something is the software we have to use to do this. So it's not randomly picking random people. It is a raffle that gets done through the correct sources. And 1 hour, you have 1 hour, guys, to do all this. As soon as the video goes offline, as soon as the broadcast ends, put yourselves into the raffle. Approximately an hour after, we'll pick the winners, and the winners will be contacted in the chat. Of course, it's very obvious to participate and win a prize is great, but then if you don't have an account with IQOption, you're not going to really benefit much on the tournament or anything if you don't have an account to trade with. So if you are totally new to trading and you don't have an account, in the description of this video underneath, there is a link there where you can go and make an account from, absolutely free of charge, very, very easy. You'll basically create your account. You'll start trading in the beginning if you like with a practice account. The practice account has $10,000, which is replenishable, and then from there onward, easy and simple. When you get good, start with your real account. But yeah, there is a link below to make an account for your trading. Right, thank you for your attention. It's writing here, so I'm going to go back to the full cam, answer some questions if there are any questions. If Shaq didn't answer all of them for me, and Shaq, I'm not going to pay you any percentage of this unless you demand it. Full cam mic, there we go. All right, guys, this is my face again. And once again, I ask, if you did find anything in this video useful, like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. It helps me and my team to make more videos like this. We have a whole series of webinars coming out for you. So if you do speak any of the languages I'm going to mention, do make sure you are free on that day. On the 8th of August and the 10th of August, we have Arabic webinars coming up. So if you do speak Arabic, do definitely note those days down, 8th and 10th. Or if you are subscribed to our channel and you have the notification bell notified, you can just click the notification on the video itself to be notified about it. And then 17th of August, we have our first Hindi webinar. So Hindi speakers, please free some time on that day to watch Urvil, who will be doing his first webinar with us, hopefully first of many. He's very nervous, so you guys have to be really cool and help him. And then on the 24th, I'm back with another English webinar. And then the 26th and 30th, we have Indonesian on the 26th. And 30th of August, we have our Thai webinar. So if you speak any of these languages there, please tune in. Let me see the chat here. Guys, you're doing it already. You're writing on the chat here, hashtag win and then the indicator. Exactly what I see here, many of you doing. This is absolutely correct way of writing it, but you're doing it in the wrong space. These ones won't count. As soon as the webinar ends, then you will go to the comment session. You just need to click on the video of this webinar. You'll see the comment session, and there in the comment session, there you will write your hashtag win, MACD, hashtag win, RSI, Bollinger Bands, awesome oscillator, and God knows there's a million more you can write. Doesn't matter which one you write. It's good for us to know what you write because we want to know what your best indicators are. So if every one of you is writing hashtag RSI, guess what the next webinar is going to be about? RSI. So if you're lying and you don't like the RSI, don't write RSI, right? Write the ones you do like. Okay. Questions, guys? Is there anyone that has a question regarding the money management we had today? If not, I'm going to close the webinar, end the live stream, and you guys can go ahead and participate in the giveaway. And 1 hour, right? In 1 hour, you have 1 hour running. After the tournament, after this goes offline, 1 hour, enter yourselves into the tournament, the competition, and you will be notified on your comment. So come back and check this later, right? Come back after an hour or two. If you are one of the winners, you'll have a comment from IQOption, from us, explaining what is the next step to do to claim your prize. Right. Awesome oscillator. Nice, one of mine too. Thanks for explanations. You are awesome. Oh, thank you very much, Ali. Very nice of you. Guys, that's it. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy your trading. I will be trying to answer some questions in the chat and in the comment section later if there is any questions related to myself. And have a wonderful day, guys. All the best. Take care. Bye.